See, you're doing work down there and put fences up so we can't get to the landing bollard, so I've had to string up to a handrail against a bywash, so that could be entertaining when I get back. It was good, Steve pushing Chugs over. I managed to do the leap. Yeah, believe it or not, that little bywash has got some power in it. Well, we're at our third lock now. We've got a similar problem, but Steve's told me just to hover here. The CRT are hard at work. To be fair, they are hard at work, but it's not very easy to moor up. So Steve said to me to hover here, so I'm just going to hover in the middle of the cut. When we're in the lock, we're going to shut the gates and let all the doggies off so they can go to the toilet. So we're just in Tarvin lock. This stone around the lock is like an ice rink, covered in algae. It's very, very slippy. And Steve's got the added bonus of all the work going on that side and trudging through the mud. Yeah, typical CRT. No respect for the boaters. This is all for the public. That's the thing. It's I mean, it will make it a better place, don't get me wrong. We're not knocking it, but think about the boaters when you're trying to moor up and actually work the boats on the canals. They haven't made it easy. We had the same problem there at Tarvin lock with the bywash, having to moor against the bywash, and I had to moor against Steve this time. Use the bow thruster and everything to push it into the side so we could actually get back on board Amy Joe. So yeah, very tricky. Very tricky. I'm just glad that I'm not doing this on my own, because that would be even more trickier. Right, chemistry lock next. I just happen to know it's Steve's favourite. This is where he first fell in. Sadly, Malcolm and Ian aren't joining us today with the forecast. Ian didn't fancy it with the weather, and Malcolm's nipping to see his son before Christmas, so understandable. But they may be catching up with us again a little bit later. Chemistry lock, I've had to open the paddles. It wasn't far down, but it's still a little bit down due to leaky lock gates. So let's see if we can open it. Yeah, it's opening. Not long to go, one more lock after this, and then we're in the city. See the water flowing over the lock gates there. When I get in this lock, I'm going to let Chip and Dale off the boat. May even let them ride the last lock down, but I've got to be very careful as I haven't got their pen out. I don't like doing the locks when I haven't got them in their lovely little pen that T&K got them, so nah, I might leave them in the boat. I'm not going to chance anything. Not with them little men. There's one more lock to go after this. The boats are going down. My turn for the ladder for this one. They call it chemistry lock because I believe there used to be a lead factory behind this wall, a lead and chemical factory. Nearly there. There goes Steve leaving chemistry lock. The sun's come out. We've only got one more lock to go. So, and then we'll be in Chester. Should be in Chester for about 2 o'clock, I'm hoping, or thereabouts. But in no rush, so long as we've beat the rain, because there's some heavy rain forecast tomorrow. There's some bad weather coming in apparently tomorrow. Not really too concerned. The only problem is with me, of course, with the rain. is walking Chippendale. I still have to take them out because bless them, they still need to have their exercise and go to the toilet. Me, I get all the exercise I need on the boat, and I've got a toilet in the boat. Oh. Great, that's chemistry lock done and dusted. One more lock and then we're in the city. The wind appears to be getting up a little bit though. It shouldn't bother us. I do love these cottages. I presume they'd have been workers' cottages for the old factory that used to be there at one time. Now they're people's homes. Very nice they are too. What a location. Beautiful. Sorry about the wind noise, folks. I know I've got one of them mics, but I keep strangling myself with the cable. Looks like Steve is already in the last lock, so it must have been set for us. So that's good news. We should be in Chester now in about 20 minutes, half an hour. Had the go ahead off Steve to bring Chugs in. Oh, lovely. So, the final lock. I'm on board Chugabug. My boys can be on board for the last lock. I haven't got their bed or anything, they've been in there, they've had a walk. So they're good, you can hear Smudge crying in the background. Boys, ooh, hello the boys, ooh, where's the boys, ooh. Times I have been into Chester, it's always nice to get to be in this last lock, to know you're there, and have the weather in our favour as well. It's beautiful blue sky up there now, very nice, so it looks like it could be a very pleasant afternoon. There we go. We've got the sun. Could be summer. I'm out of the last lock there. You can see Steve on Amy Joe. He's going to moor up to close the gates. He's told me just to hover. Well, the wind's getting up. No more locks now. Just 5 minutes and we should be mooring up at a place called Cow Lane Bridge by the Winding Hole, right in the middle of the city of Chester. I do like this mooring. It's a lovely mooring, so close to pubs and restaurants. Not that we need them at the moment, but we have got shops and there's people. Look, people. There's people. People. Into the city, there's a very large Waitrose if you're a very rich boater, of course. And there are moorings there. If you want to moor your boat and go and do your shopping, you can do. I don't think you're allowed to moor there overnight, but you're alright if you're doing some shopping. Have the boys' jumpers on them, but because they went back in the boat quickly, I took them off. But so Dale's feeling the cold, I think, so he's huddled up there on the top step, nice and warm, because I've got the heating on. Yeah, and the back door wide open, but there you go. See a few named that. I was on about earlier about boat names. There's quite a few that are popular. Yeah, I've seen that one quite a few times. Oh, it's lovely to be in Chester. The restaurant, they've got the A-frames out, but I don't know whether they're opening up. I would have thought they're allowed to now from today, so they may open up at the weekend, who knows. Harker's Wine Bar there, just by the bridge on the left. Very popular bar, that, well, when things are normal. And the bridge in front where that car just went over, that's City Road. To the right leads to the train station. And if you're to go up them steps, there's a very good barber's. My friend's got a barber's up there, Coyle, and there's some brilliant Indian restaurants there as well. Very good. Steve's informed me we've got the mooring to ourselves. There's no boats moored up down here yet. Down in the basin, down through Northgate Deep Locks, I believe it's chocker, it's heaving. So we may have a few boats come out of there later on. Who knows? But they've got all the facilities down there. Pump out, Elson, shower, water and bins. So everything you want down in the basin. So I suppose a lot of people have been comfortable down there for lockdown. But I would imagine a lot of people are wanting to get back to their moorings or back to their families.
I'm not going to moor right away down by the pub.
So that's Steve. Sorry about that, the joys of walkie-talkies, but it's great when you're running with someone to have them so you can have the contact. But yeah, we've got the moorings to ourselves. Let's get moored up. Sorry it's windy, but we're moored up now just by Cow Lane in the middle of Chester city centre. I'm going to go in and have a wash, get warmed up and get changed, get some clean clobber on. Sorry about the wind noise, but we're here and we're going to be here for a good few days, I would imagine. That was a nice little cruise. It was a good cruise, that, Steve, wasn't it? It was lovely. When the sun came out, we weren't too keen on the rain, but the sun was nice. So I'm going to go in chugs now. I'm going to get warmed up. Steve's having a cup of tea. I'm not. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'll keep them coming, so I'm going to be cruising for a little bit now, I would imagine. So I'm going to keep them coming. So you stay safe. Catch you next time on Chugs.